And back here, Roy Williams, the new owners of Herbs and More, right here next to Champion Chevrolet, across the road from Clem Tire. Got to throw them a plug out there, and over in Florence, right there on Highway 72, Killen, actually.
That's in Killen. That's
Roy,
right.
with the obesity now such a big deal.
Do you know 1 in 3 Americans are now considered obese?
Mississippi is the fattest state in the union. Thank
Absolutely.
goodness. We're number 2.
Number 2, yeah. That's right.
Why are people so fat?
Well, you know, it's really more deceit involved than anything else. It's the food. The food is the problem, and I'll explain that this way. You know, you go to the grocery store to buy your food, and you go to that section where it says sugar-free. Now listen to these words, sugar-free or no sugar added. I challenge you to turn it around and look at the label. And one of the first ingredients you're going to see there is called maltodextrin. Maltodextrin has been labeled by the FDA, that glorious, wonderful government agency a lot of people calls the Food and Drug Administration. I'm telling you, the true name is the False Data Administration, and here's why. They literally have given the food companies that manufacture your food permission to list maltodextrin as a non-sugar. Listen very carefully to this. Dr. Allen will tell you it is the #1 most fattening sugar on the face of the earth. And yet they can list it as a non-sugar. In other words, they can add it as the #1 ingredient, put 1,000 milligrams of sugar in every dose, maltodextrin. They can put that in there and call it didn't say it ain't a sugar, and yet here's what it does. On the glycemic index, now remember, the higher you go on the glycemic index, the more of that sugar is going to be stored in your fat cells, and the more likely it is to cause diabetes. Remember those two things. It's going to make you fat, and it's going to give you diabetes. Listen to what they do. They put that in there as the #1 ingredient. They can put on there sugar-free. There's no sugar in this. It's got so much sugar in it that if you compare sugar, which is 87 on the glycemic index, maltodextrin is 130. Ew. It's that much more likely to give you diabetes. It's that much more likely to make you obese because it is pure sugar. It triggers your glycemic index to shoot through the ceiling, and then you drop and bottom out, and all you want to do is keep eating. So that's one way the False Data Administration is not on your side. The second way is they actually approve things like aspartame as an artificial sweetener for human consumption, when the first 5 animal tests on it killed 1 out of every 5 animals, and 3 of the other 4 animals actually went into epileptic seizures. Cereal was actually the company that developed this stuff, and they told them, they said, you can't put that on the market. And you know what these people did anyway? Yep, they went ahead and approved it for human consumption. Don't swallow that stuff. Let me tell you what aspartame does to your body. When you put that into your body, it triggers a mechanism in your brain, Jamie. It really does. It triggers a mechanism in your brain that will cause you to eat twice as much. Food industry loves that. Why? They're in the business of selling food. As a result, we're becoming an obese nation. Let me tell you how you can prevent that from happening. It's real simple. Nutritional Healthcare has developed a product 15 months ago, and you're hearing me talk a lot about it, called Dieter's Delight. It is amazing. It does 6 things in the human body. 1's going to give you good, clean energy without the jitters or shakes or increased heart rate. 2, this is the best appetite suppressant you're ever going to use. And remember, the only way you're going to lose weight is to eat less. I've got 2 articles now showing that if Americans ate half as much, we'd live 15 years longer. You need to think about that. Americans overeat. That is our problem, and we're misdirected by people like the False Data Administration. Third thing it does is it's going to cause your metabolism to fire up, so you're burning fat around the waist, hips, and thighs. It's going to help you focus and concentrate because it has brain food. It's going to help balance your blood sugar so you're less likely to crave sweets. And last but not least, it has natural iodine in it, which is incredible. It comes from Atlantic kelp, all natural, can't hurt you, so it's thyroid support. You know what? You don't have to buy the whole bottle. I challenge you, go to either Herbs and More right here in Athens, go to Foods for Life over in Huntsville, go to Gloria's Good Health Indicator, come over to NHC Herb Shop in Killen, get the 3-day trial pack. 2 pounds, 3 days, $6. I challenge you to try it. You'll be glad you did. It's that simple. Real quick, Losing weight, Laura, 19 pounds in 2 months. Holly, 15 pounds in 2 months. By the way, I just talked to her the other day. She's now lost 28 pounds. Carol, 52 pounds in 6 months. Rick, 30 pounds in 4 months. Denise, 27 pounds in 4 months. And 2 people I want to tell you about. Heather, 4 pounds in 3 days. And April, 3 pounds in 3 days. Get the trial pack. That's all you got to do. It's a simple process, folks, but it works.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Is that approved by the FDA?
I hope not. There was nothing in it that hurt you, though. Did you know that even diabetics and high blood pressure patients are doing real well on it? And even doctors are starting to send people.
You're talking about the obesity deal now. You know, we just did that story a couple weeks ago that since 1970, the portions on people's plates has doubled.
Absolutely.
The size of plates has gone up.
500 more calories per meal.
Yeah. Well, they're in the food business. The more they sell, the cheaper they buy it for.
Of course, kids are all fat these days because they don't get outside any. You can't play dodgeball no more, stuff like that.
When they drink soft drinks, for crying out loud, stop that.
There's a lot of them.
I don't drink soft drinks.
Well, you know, I tell people, drinking soft drinks is worse than drinking alcohol, and people just floor it. And I say, well, the difference is real simple. You don't let your children drink alcohol. Stop letting them drink soft drinks. We don't allow them in our home. You are not allowed to bring a soft drink in our house. It's such a negative connotation.
I got to say, Roy, I have to have a Diet Pepsi, a small one, at least today.
Oh, he's going to be all over you now.
Well, sometimes it makes me feel good.
Well, you know, the pH balance is what it took to break me. It's just, it takes 38 8-ounce glasses of water with 12 pH drops in each glass to offset the acid in one 10-ounce soft drink. No big deal, just gives you osteoporosis, osteoarthritis, adrenal bone disease, bone spurs, kidney stones, gallstones, atherosclerosis, diabetes. It ends up causing cancer and gout. No big deal. Drink all of them you want.
Now, are you
I'm going to be single before I know it.
Are you in the store here in Athens today?
I won't be there much, but I can be. If they'll call me, y'all at 800-745.
Don't get Roy can hypnotize you to quit smoking too. I've seen him hypnotize a whole room full
Can you
before.
hypnotize him to quit drinking Pepsis?
I could probably help him.
I am not letting you hypnotize. Don't look at me now. Don't look at me now. All right. Thank you, Roy. Y'all go by and visit Herbs and More and over in Killen too. Y'all call 1-800-745-4408. Got to take a break. Coming back with Johnny Lee Dees, our minister down at Cross Point Church in Madison. Y'all hang on.